Hey guys, and welcome back. I'm Lucy Walker, and now it's time to get into some serious sewing. Today I'm going to be working in 18 gauge copper, but you can work in 20 gauge if you prefer. Of course, you can also work in brass, bronze or sterling silver too. So let's have a look at attaching our design to our piece of metal. You're going to want to start out with a piece of metal that's just slightly larger than your design. If you have a massive sheet, go ahead and just cut out a square shape. It's going to be a lot easier to handle that way. Now, we've included a lot of designs for you guys to try out, but honestly though, you can start with whichever one you like. If you can cut a straight line, a curved line, and a corner, you can do this. It's just about being mindful and focused the entire time and practicing. Each project you'll be able to see a massive improvement from the last, so just stay focused and keep at it. I'm going to start by cutting out my design and leaving about 5 millimeters all the way around the edge. You can use a couple of things to attach the design. My preferred method though is double-sided tape, as it really keeps the paper held in place. I'm going to put my double-sided tape all over the back, making sure that each piece of tape meets the last, but doesn't overlap. And now I'm just going to trim off the edges. This double-sided tape will really gum up your scissors. So a good thing to use to clean your scissors after this is WD-40. So before we stick the design to our metal, we need to ensure our metal is grease-free. So to do that, we can either go to the sink and give it a good scrub with some dishwashing soap and a nice scouring pad, or if you're lazy like me, we can just use a little bit of sandpaper right here at our desk. And there we go. Now I'm just going to peel off the back of my double-sided tape here and stick it right down on my metal, ensuring that the edges are not poking out anywhere. And there we have it, all ready to go. So let's do this. If you need magnification, you should definitely be wearing that now. I'm going to be wearing these beautiful abriras. I seriously can't live without these. I've had them 10 years now, and they're probably one of my most valuable tools. So we're going to start out by piercing the interior of the design first. We do this for 3 reasons. First of all, if we're working with something small, piercing the interior first gives us a little more metal to hold on to initially. Secondly, the design will stay on longer this way. And finally, as a beginner, if we make a slight boo-boo, we can kind of adjust the design a little bit if we leave that space to start with. So before we start sewing, we need to drill holes so we can pass our saw blade through those holes and saw out the interior of the design here. But before we start drilling, we have to make little pilot holes for our drill to make sure that our drill doesn't drift all over the metal. To do that, I'm going to use this little punch here together with my chasing hammer. So you'll want to hold the punch in the center of one of the areas to be pierced, with your ring finger or your middle finger in contact with the metal to be pierced and the punch at the same time. This will give you a lot of control. Use your chasing hammer to tap on top of the punch, and then just simply repeat this for all the areas to be pierced out. Okay, so let's have a look at using the drill.